Hey, how's it going? This is Team Limited Slip, and we're back at it again with another video. This time it will be a restoration video. I started restoring these headlights in the morning, and I decided why not do my TC as well. So basically, this is a process I always use, and I've done multiple headlights with it. Every headlight is different, and I do have a full video on this where I explain like what tools and the parts and where I buy everything. So you guys can check out that video if you want to find all the details. This is just a quick video on doing this process on my Scion TC headlights, and I hope it helps people out, save money, and save their headlights. So if you want to learn this process more in detail, I have a video on it. That's what it looks like on my page. Check it out. So basically you use sandpaper to remove scratches. So I'm using a 1000 grit sandpaper, then I'm moving to a 2500 grit sandpaper, and lastly I'm going to use a 3000 to remove all the little scratches and make it as smooth as possible before buffing it with a machine. Alright, so besides the sandpaper, another thing you'll need is a bucket of water and some soap. You want to make sure you keep the headlights wet at all times. You don't want to do this process when they're dry. Alright, so let's get to it. Well, this is 1000 grit. You're gonna do it until the whole headlight gets foggy. Once the headlight is completely foggy, like evenly fog, the fog has to be even all over the headlight, then you can move on to the next grit. The next grit will be 2500. This is just a real quick speed up version of the process I usually do, but I'm sure it'll work fine. So we're moving to 2500 now. Once it's all smooth, that's when you pretty much kind of know that you got the whole surface already. After that, you can move on to the next grit, which is 3000. 3000 grit. I just fold this one in half. Once you finish the sanding with the 3000 grit, go ahead and wipe it down with microfiber towels. Make sure it's nice and dry before the next step. It's gonna be like basically a faded headlight. Once you put the machine on it with a compound, you get the shine back. These are the buffing pads I use for buffing. I start off with the orange one and then I move to the white one. And these are the compounds I use. I use V32 and a V36. I start off with a V32 and the orange pad, and then I move on with a V36 and the white pad. All right, so we're gonna be using the V32. You don't put a lot, just a little bit, but put enough. I just put like 3 or 4 dots. When you apply this, don't stay in one area too long because you'll burn the plastic. So you just want to apply it evenly. After that, you're going to switch to this other pad. This one we'll use the V36 on this one. Same thing. All right. Then after that, you're gonna put wax on it. I'm gonna be using this one. This wax from Chemical Guys. Once the wax dries up, go ahead and use a microfiber towel to wipe it off. All right, so it's dried up now. Let's remove it. All right, so that's what it looks like now. As compared to the other one. So basically every headlight is dealt with differently. In this case, this one has melted plastic on it. And that type of melted plastic or that black spot can also be caused by buffing a headlight too long. But luckily, you can remove it, but you're going to have to use a more coarse grit sandpaper. I usually like sticking with sandpaper that's 1,000 and above. That's very fine sandpaper. But sometimes if you have a melted spot that won't come off with a 1,000, you're going to have to use more coarse sandpaper. For example, in this case, I'm going to use 500, 800, and then I'm going to go to the 1,000. Once I'm at the 1,000, it's pretty much going to be the same process. So I finally finished all the headlights I had. They came out looking great. This method works on multiple styles of headlights. The only thing is that evaluating the headlights comes with experience. Just know this, that the older the headlight and the more damage it is, the harder this process will be to do. So if you have a headlight that's barely starting to show signs of like aging, go ahead and perform this on it and you'll keep it looking fresh for a longer amount of time. Another thing this method can't fix is if the headlight is damaged on the inside. But overall, this method does really work on most headlights. I'm really happy with the way my headlights came out. They definitely are brighter now. So overall, I hope this video helped everybody out. Please don't forget to support us by subscribing, and thanks for watching.